Good morning and welcome to the 10 a.m. Daily Weather Brief. Taking a look at our upper level wind profile from this morning's balloon launch, we had a freezing level of 14,200 feet and winds appeared to remain rather uniform in direction, with an average direction being more southwesterly in nature throughout the column. As for our wind speeds, they start near the surface nice and light and progressively increased up to our observed max at 25,000 feet of 34 knots. And looking at our most recent surface analysis chart here, a cold front does continue to move slowly through central Virginia this morning, bringing widespread showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, with some scattered convection beginning to develop ahead of the main frontal feature out here on the peninsula, which necessitated a lightning warning earlier this morning. However, that cell has continued to diminish and is further pushing offshore away from our operations. So we expect a cancellation here soon. And the moisture-rich environment ahead of this front and the slow-moving nature of such, it certainly brings heavy rainfall onto the table, especially with such high precipitable water values, in which some areas have over 2 inches noted, particularly during the early afternoon and in conjunction with any daytime heating that we may get today. As for temperatures, highs are expected around 80 degrees this afternoon, with rain chances progressively diminishing through the afternoon and into the evening hours as the front clears the region later tonight. Following the passage of such, we'll see some drier conditions and less humidity developing for a nice 4th of July holiday weekend as high pressure begins to build in, with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s for much of the upcoming week, with comfortable dew points coming in the 60s. Looking ahead, our next potential for unsettled weather, aside from any typical summertime pop-up convection that may happen in the afternoons of the upcoming days, our next chance comes closer to Wednesday of next week, when another low and some associated fronts begin to approach the region, bringing chances for wet weather back into the forecast. And looking at the 24-hour risk chart, similarly to this morning and remaining largely unchanged, our chances for precipitation early still on the board as that cold front moves through, with temperatures reaching the 79 to 80, maybe the low 80s, and winds remaining light and away or well below any advisory criteria. Cloud cover should progressively diminish, especially once we get a majority of this precipitation through the area, and there's a chance of some lingering showers even behind or even past the actual front moving through. Taking a look at the short-term weather forecast risk chart here, all greens across the board. With Thursday, we can expect partly cloudy conditions, a high of 89. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low of 76, and Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 85. So very nice for the next day and a half. And moving on to our 7-day forecast, a very nice forecast ahead, with mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions for much of the week ahead, a few days with a little bit more cloud cover than others, and temperatures in the mid to upper 80s throughout. And again, those dew points should be a bit lower, so much more comfortable in comparison to our previous weeks here on the shore. And roughly 20 to 10% chance of rain each day, with Wednesday being the highest at 30% currently, and those 20s and 10s come in the form of afternoon pop-up showers. And that is going to conclude the 7-day outlook, and I will be back tomorrow at 8:15 for the daily weather operations brief.